Welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. It was so funny because I was looking through all of my past Vlogmases from the past 4 years, and on every single one of them, on day 1, I say, I can't believe it's already December. And I told myself I'm not gonna say that this year, but you know what? It still rings true. It comes up so fast and Advent season is upon us. I'm really excited this year. I feel like this year is my year. I feel like I have gotten better and better at setting myself up for a joy-filled and successful and fun Advent season, and that will all come in just a minute. But I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself just in case you are new here and you found me through Vlogmas. So hi, my name is Natalie. I live in New York City with my husband Kent and our dog Toaster. You can just see his little booty right here, but they will be in Vlogmas with me a lot throughout the next 25 days. So what Vlogmas is I'm going to be recording daily vlogs from now through December 25th, and you're going to see them posted every single day early in the morning so that you can watch them. You know, I kind of like to put them in part of my morning routine, watch them as you're getting ready for work, or you know, later in the day when you get back home. Just have fun with it. I always find Vlogmas to be like just a relaxing time of year to just get a little insight into somebody else's life. So I'm going to be showing you all the sorts of things we do in our regular daily life here in New York. Of course, we're going to take you outside as much as possible and show off all the amazing things in the city. But today's focus is really going to be about showing you all of my Advents and talking through them and all of the plans for those. So I think without further ado, let's head to the tree and I'm going to show you what I got this year. So this year I went a little overboard with all of the Advent stuff, so much so that I've forgotten some of the things that I ordered, and they have been arriving up until yesterday, and I was like, wait, what is this? So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a surprise not only for everyone opening them along with me on the camera, but also for me. But this is what I've got this year. I have two 24 mini skein with a full skein Advent calendar. So kind of like a classic Advent that you'll open up every single day of December. Then I have a 12-day Advent calendar that starts on December 14th. I have a 4-day calendar that you open on Saturdays throughout December. And then I have an Advent striping skein, a sock skein, which I'm really excited about. So I'm not going to be using all of them at the same time. I'm going to be opening them all, but I am not going to put the pressure on myself this year to use everything up. That being said, I do have some project plans that we're going to get started on today, but let's look at the Advents. Okay, so starting with this one, I am going to just share everything that's inside the Advent and how it comes. So this is the Fangirl Fibers. I think she was calling it the Retro, but it's Sears retro Sears toy catalog. So each of the colors is named after a toy that was in the Sears catalog, and I think that's going to be so fun. But some other, here actually, this is what it looks like, and I just like to take the Advents, either I leave them in the box they came in, or in this case I just put it in a box that we like store Christmas decorations in, and I've ordered them 1 through 12 and 13 through 24, and then the full skeins here in the middle for December 25th. That just makes it really easy for me to open them daily and keep up with everything. This one also came with a card that says the names of the colors, but I'm not going to look at that because Kent and I like to play a guessing game with at least one Advent every year, and this is the perfect one to do that with. So I'm going to leave that aside until Kent wakes up. It came with some kettle corn, so I'm going to put that in the kitchen now so we can snack on that. It came with some stitch markers. Ooh. Little stars. Those are really cute. I'm gonna put those in my stitch marker drawer. It came with a sticky hand, which is so funny. I loved these when I was a kid, so I think going along with the toy theme. And then the cutest thing I think that came in this, a slinky. I wish we had a set of stairs that I could use this on right now, but maybe I'll just take it out. I'm gonna just put it on our little display shelf here behind me. And you know what? I'll take it out because Kent, my husband, is a big kid and he loves having something to like fiddle with as he like talks on the phone and stuff. So I feel like, oh, you like that toaster? I mean, we'll keep playing with it until one of us tangles it into a mess, right? That's when your slinky has to retire. So that's everything in this Fangirl Fibers box. So that's one of the 24 skein advents. And for that one, I'm planning to work on my crochet granny stripe blanket every single day. That's the plan right now. Okay, then I have another 24 skein, mini skein with a full skein. This one is from a homespun house. I actually don't know much about this one, so I'm kind of excited to see, like, as I open it. I love Molly's yarn, so that's gonna be really fun. And this one I just left in the box that it was shipped to me in, and I just cut the flaps off, and everything is already ordered. So that was great, and it looked great, so I just left it like that. There's a full skein for this one as well that says a Merry Christmas on it, but it came with this, and I didn't know what this was until I saw on a Homespun House, Molly's Instagram, that this is like a beautiful beaded string that you can hang all the little bags that the advents come in. And you can also put these little snowflake ornaments on there. So I think that may be an activity for today. Each of these has like a number on it, and you can just put them on like that so that you can still open them off the thing. So I think that's on the to-do list for today, is to find somewhere to hang these, because otherwise, I guess I could put these on the tree or something. I want to use them. I don't want them just to not get used, you know? Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3, and I have these all below the tree. I guess you can see that the tree is behind me. I have them all below our tree because it's a gift to myself, and we don't put any other presents under the tree because it's just myself and my husband that live here, and we don't do anything else, host anyone here. Okay, so I have this is the lid to that other box. This is the 12 skein advent. This is from, Mandy's Makings, and she's one of our Sockmas sponsors this year if you're doing Sockmas, and it is called Christmas in New Orleans. And so it's 12 mini skeins for each day leading up to Christmas Day, starting on December 14th, and then a set of progress keepers and a special New Orleans treat. So I'm kind of thinking, do I want to open up the sweet treat before in the markers, or do I want to wait? I'm guessing the sweet treat will be okay. So I think I might wait on that and just like let this sit kind of further back in the tree until December 14th and really focus on my other advents up until then. So for this one, I am, if everything is going smoothly and I'm not feeling overwhelmed on December 14th, if I am feeling capable, I will start a Juniper Cowl by Tony Lipsy. It's a crochet cowl with little puff stitches, and it's perfect for a 12 skein advent set. I think it's originally in 8 colors, but I figured out how I can make it in 12. So that's the plan. Okay, 2 more things, and then we're gonna open something. Oh, and I don't think I talked about what I'm doing with the Homespun House, but we'll get back to that. Okay, here's another one from Fangirl Fibers, and it is 4 packages. And there's a small one for December 3rd, 10th, and 17th, and a larger one on December 24th. And those are all Saturdays in December. And to be honest, I don't remember what this is. It doesn't feel like yarn. I don't remember what the description of it. And so in 2 days' time, it will be a complete and utter surprise for us all. How about that? Oh, last thing, like I said, I went overboard this year. This is an Advent self-striping skein from Mint Rain hand-dyed yarns. So there's a self-striping Advent skein in here, and then Caitlin, the dyer, said also that she included another skein in a colorway she thinks I would like. So that has nothing to do with Advent, but I left them packaged together because I didn't want to see the Advent skein until I was opening it here on day 1. love being able to create a cozy vibe here. So I pulled out our couch and I turned on our fake fireplace and all the lights in our little village. And it's not technically December 1st today. Otherwise, I would be watching other people's day one Vlogmases. So instead today, I'm gonna watch Home Alone 2 as I work on my first Advent project. I think that's gonna be my routine for the morning is I'm gonna leg out this blanket, I'm gonna open up my Fangirl Fibers, and I'm gonna do my 2 rows of granny stripes while I watch Vlogmases in the morning. At least that's the plan. So for right now, I think let's open up this Advent skein because I'm just dying to see what it looks like. And then we'll open up December 1st and I'll get started here on this granny stripe blanket, and I'll explain everything about the blanket too. But my projects for all of these Advents, my project links will always be in the description box below. So if you have any other questions about them, head there and see if the information is in that description box. And if it's not, please ask questions. I'm gonna be doing my best. Wow, I'm gonna try to talk better, but I'm gonna be doing my best to keep up with the comments on Advent, at least within the first 24 hours. So I'll do my best to answer all the questions that you have about these projects. Okay, wow, this is so beautiful. I am so excited to knit this up later on. I'm not going to be knitting this every single day. As much as I want to, I'm being realistic, and I already have a pair of socks going for Sockmas. So my plan is, instead of doing like, you could go ahead and cast on the cuffs and then knit a stripe per day, either on both socks or one sock. For Advent, I am going to save this and cast it on later in the month when I'm done with my Sockmas socks. So hopefully like midway through December, then I'll have these to cast on and just have so much fun with them. But this is not part of Advent, but she also sent me another skein she thought I would like, and it's so beautiful. It is called Cold Winter Morning. It's time to officially open our first Advent for Vlogmas day 1. Oh, and I did mention that it's not technically December 1st, and I feel like I should probably elaborate on that. So the way that we film Vlogmas, which I would highly recommend to anyone that's doing Vlogmas, is we film it, and then the next day we edit it, and then the 3rd day we post it. So today is November 29th. So that this video can be edited tomorrow and then posted on December 1st, and then we can post every single day December 1st to the 25th. I did this for the first time last year, and it just makes the Vlogmas experience so much more doable because you're not rushing. I used to sit in bed at night editing on my phone, staying up late to get it ready for the next day. And so this is what works for us. But I wanted to explain that because you'll see sometimes that I'll refer to the day and be like, it's Tuesday, and like it won't be Tuesday for like December 1st, and that will sound confusing. So that's the way that we are approaching Advent. So I get to start a little bit early, which is fun. So let's open up this December 1st Fangirl Fibers. I am going to look at the color, but the name of the color, ooh, oh my gosh. The name of the color is in the card. So later Kent and I will play a little guessing game with the color. Oh my goodness. I love this. Okay, so I think this is going to be a challenging game. I legit don't know what to guess for this. It could be like a jump rope, or I don't even know. I don't remember looking at the Sears catalog when I was a child, so I think I'm going to need some clues from Kent. But I'm going to get this wound up, and then we're going to start crocheting it into the granny stripe.
Oh, how I wish for the Christmases of old, where the snow would fall and the air was crisp and cold, where we heard of angels up on high while building frosty the
awake now, so we're gonna play the guessing game. Okay, so you have to get the card out of the Mickey box.
Okay.
And there's 2 cards, but one of them has the names of the colors.
Oh, wow.
So the theme is the Sears toy catalog.
Okay.
So, day 1.
Yep.
Do you want to guess what color you think it is? Here, come closer, because they're not going to be able to hear you.
Okay. There. Yeah, for sure, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to guess it's pink and yellow.
Gotta come closer. Pink and yellow.
Yep.
It's definitely pink.
Okay.
Look, it's pretty.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oops, sorry. So pretty. I've already been crocheting it into my blanket. Okay. Pink and yellow. What toy would that be? I guessed it was going to be like a jump rope or like a skip
No.
bow thing or something. Is it like a Barbie?
Yeah.
It's Barbie?
It's Barbie, yeah. I think it could have been just pink, but isn't... I don't know, I guess I envisioned the box being pink and yellow.
I think it's pink and white, but I don't know.
Well,
We should find a picture of the toys and put them up.
That's
great.
pink, though.
Okay, perfect. And then just keep that hidden, like in the box, so that I don't see it, because we're gonna play the guessing game every day. I just finished up my crochet row for the day. It's 2 rows, and it makes a nice little stripe here, and then I wove in some ends. And I decided to time myself because I just didn't really know exactly how long this was going to take me. Is this a reasonable thing to do every single morning? And with weaving in ends, because I'm going to need to weave in 2 ends every day, and a couple of breaks where I like got up and did something else, it took me under an hour. So I think this is going to be the perfect morning project. I can throw on some Vlogmases, you know, watch them all in a row, and then work on my stripe for today. I am left with 7 grams of yarn, so it used about 13 grams, which is spot on to what I was, what it's been for the rest of the blanket. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put these back into the packages, put them back into the box, and I think eventually one day I'll use that yarn as like a giveaway or a gift to somebody, because you can still do a project with 24 7-gram minis. I have so many different advents that I'm not planning to use up the leftovers from it, but you never know. So right now, I'm just gonna keep them in order and packaged up so that they could still be fun for somebody else to open. Okay, well that was a fun morning, but I need to do some work, so I will see you at lunch. Emails and messages have been answered. I just filmed a podcast. Now the oven is heating up so we can have some leftover pizza for lunch. So it is time to open up my second advent. So for this one, the Homespun House one, I am going to be making the Beachcomber flares. I'm already forgetting if I talked about this in day 1 because I've been doing a couple different videos, and anyway, hopefully if I'm sharing the same information twice, it's in a different and fun way. But I already cast on the provisional cast on. So this is just waste yarn that I had in my scrap drawer, but I wanted to go ahead and get a part out of the way from the pattern that I knew was gonna be a little more tedious and take more time, and that I didn't even need the advent yarn for. So I have already cast on my provisional cast on. This will be pulled out after you do, I don't know, like 12 rows or something like that. And whenever I do a really long cast on, I always use stitch markers. Usually I do them every 25 stitches. This time I did every 20 for some reason, but it does the same thing. And then I like to do the crochet provisional cast on. And what I'll do to tell myself like later where I need to go back and unzip it from, because it only comes out from one side, is I will do a bunch of crochet chains on the part that I ended with. So when I need to go take this provisional out, I'll look for the side that has a longer crochet chain, whereas when I started it, I just did like 3. So then I'll know I need to undo from the end with the longer crochet chain, and that's also where I'm going to start. So I didn't know which advent to pick for my pants. They're gonna be really wild because they're gonna be all different color stripes, but I wanted to pick an advent, like I already had my advents and then I picked the pattern. So from the 2 advents, the 224 mini skein advents that I have, I wanted to pick one that would be more cohesive for my pants and the one that would be less cohesive for my blanket. And I think I've made the right choice. Time will tell, because of course I haven't seen all of these, but I did ask, there's like an eyelash in my lip. I did ask Emily of Fangirl Fibers how cohesive the advent was. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, it's not. And I told her, perfect. I need something that's not cohesive for my blanket because I'm gonna do all those colors, all those days in a row, and I don't want it to look like exactly the same thing. So perfect. That one was for the blanket. And then I may have peeked at a few of these. And that's just because I have no idea what the theme of this advent is, if it's cohesive or anything like that. And so I didn't look at the numbers, but I just started I would like open up one, close it real quick, open up one, close it real quick, in like random spots. So I didn't even know what day it was or whatever. But this seems to be a little more like of the same color family, I think. Again, I don't know. So we're just gonna have to put a little faith into it and know that they're gonna come out fun, whether they're cohesive or not. So let's just open up day one of a Homespun House advent calendar. I just love these adorable little bags. Okay, here is our first day. Ooh, okay, so it has a beautiful label. Oh my gosh, it's like a special label just for advent. There we go. And it says a Homespun House Advent 2022. That is so cute. And it's got the color red on the back. This one is called Mulled Wine. And it's so pretty. So my two advents are different bases, which I think is fun too. This one is a 75-25 4-ply, and my other one is a 2-ply. So I love that I have like different textures, different dyers, different styles. Oh, it's so soft. So I'm gonna wind this up and we're gonna get started on the pants during lunch today. Today I have a lot of knitting to do, a lot more rows than I will on the other days. So what I've done for these pants is I've basically taken the total length and divided it by 24. And that's how I'm gonna know how many rows or how many inches to do of each color and how many rows to do. But I don't know for sure, like, if I'll be able to actually get that many rows out of each one, because, you know, thinking about the pants, the first part's gonna be like on the waist and then it gets bigger. And then, you know, like here, I'll do like a stripe here and a stripe here, and like those will be skinny. Those won't take a lot of yarn. And then it flares. So I'm gonna be, you know, using my scale, weighing my yarn, kind of making judgments along the way. I would like, ideally, for all the stripes to be the same number of rows, but if they can't be, it's okay. But today's gonna be a little longer because it's got a fold over. I think it's like 5 or 6 rows, and then you fold over and then you knit. Then I'll knit my number of rows for the day, which I think is gonna be alternating 14 rows and 15 rows. 14 rows, 15 rows, 14 rows, 15 rows. So they're not gonna be exactly the same anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Today's gonna be a lot of stockinette. The next few days are gonna be a lot of stockinette. So I'm gonna wind it up and get it going.
When all was right and the candlelight would glow, where we used to play in the wintry wonderland.
I just got the first round knit on here, and well, the first row rather, and I'm about to join it into the round. There's only a few rounds before you do the fold over and you take out the provisional, so I'm definitely gonna get that done today. After I do that, I'll just have like 10 rows I think to do. Still quite a bit of knitting, so I need to get on it, but luckily I don't have too many more things to do this afternoon. In an hour, I'm gonna be going to Pilates, and then when I get home, I'll have a couple hours, and then I have an event tonight for the holiday bonus package. We're doing an interview, but while I'm sitting here knitting, I have been listening to songs on the platform I use called Epidemic Sound for music, and getting lots of Christmas music ideas ready for Vlogmas, so that's been fun. By the way, we have put together a playlist of all of the Vlogmas songs that are available on Spotify. So if you're a Spotify user, you can click below. There's a playlist down below of all the music that we've been using if you want to listen to it, because some of the songs I think are really good. Most of the songs are really, really good. So I'm just gonna keep on knitting here today until I need to get dressed and go to Pilates in an hour. So I didn't get a ton done because I had a little more work than I thought to do. But now I need to get ready for Pilates, but it is the best time for the night. So it's time to turn on all the Christmas stuff because it's getting dark outside. So Alexa, it's Christmas time. Ooh, everything's gonna turn green. We're gonna turn on the tree. We're gonna turn on the village.
Sung from Rudolph's marching band. Oh, give me an open fire, some egg.
Hi. Hi, Betty. I'm all refreshed after Pilates and did a little work, and now I am all set up for our holiday bonus package event tonight. This is the crazy setup that I usually do for like Zooms and stuff because I don't have my desk in here in the bedroom anymore. I need a quiet space and we don't have overhead lighting. The ceiling is just empty. The only light we have is this like strip here behind the bed that you can't even really see. Hey, Toaster. So I bring out my ring light and then I put my lap desk on the floor and our side table on top of that. My laptop will go on that glass desk and then I'll just sit right there and it works great. I'll just sit right here in the chair because that works a lot better with the lighting. But we are doing an interview tonight with the Vlogmas sponsors, which is going to be so much fun. I'm excited for that. And then after that, we're going to eat dinner. Kent is already cooking. He's making some chicken spaghetti. Maybe I'll have him tell you about that later. But I have not done a lot of knitting today. So I think I have like not that much time, maybe 10-15 minutes before I need to get on with Courtney and Amanda, our interviewees tonight. So I might just sit right here and do a little knitting while I wait to get started. I decided to put on a Santa hat because when I turned on the light and looked at my face in Zoom, I looked very tired. But Amanda and Courtney are both here. We got one round done, so let's let them in. Well, that went great. It was such a fun interview, but now it is late and I need to break things down here, clean up, and then go relax and have some dinner and probably try to finish Home Alone 2, although Kent is probably going to be watching TV with me, so we'll see if he's interested in watching it. All right, we sat down to get comfy and Kent has made us dinner. He's going to tell you about what he made. What did you make us?
Yeah, it's just like, it's called chicken spaghetti. It's just like, it's spaghetti with like shredded chicken and some diced peppers. Then you throw in some cream of like chicken, cream of mushroom soup. It's like a, I don't know, my mom used to make, or my mom does make it, but we had it quite a bit growing up. So we do it now. This is now a cooking show. We're gonna put the recipe down below. Kent cooks like all of the time, which is amazing. So if we're cooking something, we're gonna try to share it with you. And then we just decided we're gonna watch the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special on, are we on Disney? Mm-hmm. On Disney Plus. And I'm gonna try to knit as much as I can on my pants. Toaster's gone.
Oh, Toaster also had his food with a little bit of cheese and green beans. He finally ate. Anything else you need to add? Nope. All right.
For the Christmases of old, when all was right and the candlelight would glow, where we used to.
Well, I ended up not really working on my Advent so much tonight and instead just going down a YouTube spiral, and now it's well after midnight, and for reference, I usually go to bed at 10:30. So I am sleepy. I'm gonna go to sleep, and don't worry, even though it's day one and I'm already behind, I'm gonna catch up. It's gonna be totally fine. I'm excited to get ready and do some more Advent knitting tomorrow. I should have more time. Today was a busy day. But anyway, I'm gonna get some rest, and I will see you tomorrow.